This is not a snorkel. Oh. So what is it and how good is it? Will my mods void my warranty? And do I still have insurance? Obviously, paid by Toyota. Okay, let's get into that then. The 200 series has a roof rating of 200 kilos. No. So how much does it have? And two things I was wrong about. Over the past 2 weeks, I've released 2 different videos about the 250 Prado. One of them was towing, not bad. And the other one was the first mods.
It has not touched anywhere.
Didn't expect that. There was so much information in the previous video that there were a few things that I left out. Among the many comments, there were questions regarding insurance and vehicle warranty, specifically mods, tyres and wheels. There were at least 4 questions about the offset of these wheels, the rims, which was in the video, but let's revisit this as it's relevant to the warranty and insurance questions.
Plus 40 offset, 9 inches wide, and it's a 17 inch.
The original was plus 60, so it's only changed by 20 mil. And that is within the legal allowance as far as I know. Also the tyre size, it hasn't increased that much. It's not a 315. This is a 33.8 and this vehicle came standard with 32.7. It's only really gone up 1.5 inches. It's still not 2 inches bigger in size. So am I insured? And do I have vehicle warranty still? Usually these things I would say if you do modifications to your vehicle, you're leaving yourself open to the problem of not having a warranty on your vehicle. But where do you draw the line? It just happens, I've done a lot of digging, but I've found what they state when it comes to warranty claims. And it's written by Toyota. I'm not going to go into everything, but what I will read out is just the tyres and wheels. Wheels and tyres. Changing wheels and tyres to suit off-road needs is common. Merely using non-stock tyres, all-terrain, mud terrains, or new rims doesn't void the entire warranty. Entire warranty? However, going to significantly larger or heavier wheels tyres can put extra strain on components. Toyota's guidance is that upsized wheels are considered a modification and could accelerate wear on steering, suspension, even drivetrain parts. If those parts fail, and Toyota concludes it's due to the oversized tyres, they may not cover those repairs. For example, if you fit much larger, heavier wheels,
Don't they look huge on this car? They look incredibly huge.
and your wheel bearings or steering rack wears out permanently, Toyota could deny that warranty claim citing the modification. The rest of the vehicle's warranty would still stand for unrelated issues. In summary, sensible tyre upgrades are fine, but extreme changes that cause component failures won't be paid for by Toyota. They have to prove that what you did to your vehicle is the cause of the problem, but at the same time, you have to prove what you've done to the vehicle wasn't the cause of the problem. Bit of a clash here. It leaves you with the question of how big is too big? It will come down to interpretation. It's a bit like having different umpires for different football matches. Some will call more free kicks for one thing than the other, and some won't call free kicks at all. However, there are some things that are pretty obvious. Like if you put like massive tyres on it and your offset is hanging right out, for example, a 76 series, if that does a bearing, wheel bearing's gone. I can't expect any warranty on that. I'm 50 mil out of where it's sitting. However, Toyota should have bloody fixed that axle from the get-go and made it the same width. It's a bit of an annoyance. As far as the insurance goes, I've already done a whole video just on that topic alone.
Is your vehicle insured off-road?
Potentially not.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, actually.
Oh.
I'll have to check.
If you would like me to do some content just on vehicle warranty, I'm happy to do so. That information I had to dig for myself. It wasn't given to me. And despite what some people might think, he drooled over these heaps of shit at first, rabbiting on about how good turbo, smaller shit engines were. Obviously, he's paid by Toyota. I can think of a few statements that might say otherwise.
Disappointed because there is a design flaw with that vehicle.
The bonnet wobbles.
As a person who's just spent 88 grand on it,
Wow, I'd say almost 250 mil space you're losing.
I'm really not a fan of it. Oh, that didn't hold up very well.
This thing is lacking so much clearance. It's just not handling the weight very well. Towing 3 ton.
I'm curious what type of snorkel you're using
And if you'd recommend it?
The snorkel that's not a snorkel. So what is it? Yes, it's not a snorkel. It's a raised air intake. It's connected in multiple pieces. Multiple connections. It's not water sealed, it's not watertight. However, it will help prevent water ingest through the front flare or through the front fender. It's got holes on both sides, so the idea is you're driving in rain and stuff, the water's gonna go straight through. Which means the wading depth of the Prado is still the same. However, if you smash it through a puddle, which someone else had a bit of trouble with, it's going to help prevent water going into the airbox because there is no open hole that's just going to suck it in. Now, when I had to add the Lancelin sand dunes, I was hitting the sand pretty hard and there was a lot of sand blowing around.
And the sand here is hectic. It's wind.
But what I didn't realise, it would actually get sucked in here. Went into the airbox, didn't go past the airbox obviously, but when I eventually did open the airbox up, banged the air filter on the table.
Oh.
A shitload of sand came out. That was sand. But what about dust? Dust generally hangs around a bit lower, but look, on a dusty road where you're following someone, it's not going to help you that much, but it's going to prevent all the dust from down below and also all the splashing of the water. My N80 Hilux had a similar setup and had no issues, and it saw plenty of water crossings in the Pilbara. So I do feel much safer with that kind of setup than not having any at all. There was some other stuff I decided to leave out of the video. A couple of small red things on the front recovery points I bought from the US. So it cost me about 400 bucks, which is a fair bit for 2 bits of metal. Those are the only recovery points I could get my hands on. You see, they're not rated to Australian standards, so I didn't want to be the person recommending these in case they're not up to the task. And the reason why I'm saying this is because they're still using just the 2 bolts. Yep, just those 2 bolts that the previous towing points, they are not recovery points, so I got that confirmed. They were located to the chassis with just 2 bolts. I pulled them out and used them again for these other recovery points. At least these I can put a soft shackle around, and because I'm the one using the vehicle, I know I need to be extra careful because I'm not entirely sure. And once I get a bull bar, I'm going to replace them anyway. And that's happening soon. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned how 2 separate people have mentioned that the 200 series has a 200 kilo roof load capacity, which is not true. And if you're wondering how that comment even came about, considering we were talking about the 250 Prado, it was from this. The thing is, this roof is only rated to 100 kilos.
My complaints about the 250 Prado's roof load rating attracted 2 comments comparing the 200 series' much better roof load rating to the 250. However, it's overestimated.
200 series
the big boy
Land Cruiser
200
has a
roof max load
capacity
is
of
200 kilos.
It is concerning to see 2 separate people commenting the exact same thing, which means that they've got some misinformation, and that prompted me to type it into Google. And sure enough, there it is, 200 series, 200 kilos, which is incorrect. Many different companies or shops make these claims, but it's wrong. We did a video a while ago. Most people are either told or believe that the load rating of the roof rack is what the vehicle can carry, but I can tell you with 100% certainty it is not. Doing a lot of research between the 4 of us, we got 30 different cars with the roof load rating. In fact, it might even be 35. So I guess you're wondering, what is the correct roof load rating for a 200 series? Well, it's 150 kilos. There are quite a few vehicles that have 150 kilos, but I don't know of any vehicle that has more than that. So it's quite concerning that people do think they can put 200 kilos on a roof. And having that much weight on a roof is not a good idea. Link in the description below if you want to know your own roof load rating. Now to address the mistake I made in the towing video. The curb weight. I confused the curb weight with tear weight. Now I'm aware of tear weight, but I didn't think that tear weight was a thing we talk about with vehicles. Now that I've had a bit of a look myself, well, sure enough, tear weight
Only includes about 20 litres of fuel, meaning curb weight includes all of the fuel and AdBlue, which translates to my calculations being wrong by about
maybe 90 to 100 kilos out, regardless of being out by 90 kilos. The result is, if you are going to tow 3.5 tonne with the 250 Prado, more or less the same, all your passengers better be toddlers. Yeah, it's not going to happen. 3.5 tonne or even 3 tonne with the Prado 250 is just a dumb idea in my opinion. Someone else spoke about fuel economy. I said it was 15.3 litres to the 100. That's not bad. This person is saying it should be 16 because I didn't factor in the AdBlue. You know what? You're onto something there. Vehicles with AdBlue, we all calculate the fuel economy on how much diesel it's burning. But in reality, you've got to factor in the AdBlue. At the end of the day, you are paying for that AdBlue, and depending on where you buy it from, it could be $4 a litre.
I'm glad it's taken the 250 and 25 years for people to realise that the Prado is actually a legitimate 4B.
It's always been a legitimate four drive. But the thing is, it's also always been a legitimate shopping trolley, the soccer mum car. It's never going to shake that name. However, the advantage is when you do outdrive someone in a Prado, they get highly embarrassed. Like that time in the Simpson desert when a Prado had saved my ass.